Hey guys, Moon here, and welcome back to some more NieR Automata. Last time we helped a man find his fallen comrades, and then went through a tower that was basically empty, but there were some chests in there for us that had a lot of information regarding the history of Yorha. I don't know why the camera's acting so weird. Anyway, this time we have the coordinates for the third tower, which I think is the final one. Oh yeah, and 9S went a little bit crazy last time. I'm so glad he made it back safely. And if my voice sounds off, I'm still trying to recover from being sick. I'm feeling a lot better. Actually, just a few days ago, I recorded the audio for the end of the year stats video for JWE, and you can tell just how much more I've recovered since then. Alright, where are we heading? Looks like we're headed over to the amusement park. But first, there's one thing I want to pick up. Is that it? Think so? There's actually something over... there's actually something for us over at the castle in the forest. So I'm just gonna quickly head over there. Because over here, I don't exactly know where it is. I know it's around here somewhere, though. Game. Thank you. I think it's just in the library. Yep, up there. How do I get up there again? Right. I always forget how to navigate the forest. Whatchamacallit, it's called a castle, that's what it's called. We have a Yorha soldier right here, looking weirdly similar to us. You're a Yorha unit. Then some of you survived? Yeah. I'm 9S, by the way. Oh yeah, I've heard of you. You're the model people used to call 9s, right? Yeah. I'm 4S. It's impressive that you're still alive, 9S. You're a Type 4 model, huh? You guys were deployed pretty early on, if I remember correctly. I'm sure wasn't expecting to run into another scanner model after what happened to the bunker. So what are you doing here? Gathering intel on the enemy. Yorha might be a thing of the past, but the resistance is still around. So as long as my body works, I figured I should make myself useful. If you have any information about local enemies, can you share it with me? There's only so much I can do on my own. Sure, I'll give you everything I have at the moment. Reconnaissance squad. Handed over the enemy data. I try my best, but I can't cover all the ground on my own. Thanks again, Nines. You're really helping us out here. Here's something for your trouble. Alright. Okay. Let me know if you find any more data, alright? If you run into any new enemies, I'd very much like to look over your data. So I believe we need to get 85% enemy data to complete this quest, and right now we are at 82. Is it 85? It might be 95. It's a weirdly high yet weirdly low number. And don't worry, we're going to be running into a lot of different enemies in the future. Actually, I also want to check out if I can sharpen any more weapons. Yes, I can. A lot, actually. Okay. Dented socket. Machine spear. You have a dented socket. Got you. Yeah, I'll upgrade Iron Will as well. Let's get the Type 4.0 blade upgraded. Then we can get Ancient Overlord and Faith. We need a meteorite shard for that. We are getting very, very close when it comes to weapons. We're missing a fist. I think, maybe. I don't actually know. Weapons are mirrors that reflect what's in your heart. Treat them with the care they deserve. I will do that, Masamune. Thank you. And at towards the end, I will go over all the... I didn't know that enemy can go out here. I will go over all of the weapon stories. Because I think they're interesting. I think they're interesting. Right. Yeah, hello. I was gonna head to the amusement park to, you know, get the, oh wow, you guys hit for a lot. Wait, what are my chips? A nameless android saw a machine imitating a human in a peace-loving village. Got money taunt up, okay. A woman without belief felt the hand of fate over there. Stun plus 7. That is a good-ass chip. What chip am I missing? Nothing? Then why wasn't it telling me what I picked up? Whatever. There we go. Guess I was just really backed up. Alright. Guess we are heading to the amusement park. A drab bracelet. So over the past week, or weekend rather, so back in high school, I used to play.
Hello. This is the
Never mind.
Resource Recovery Unit. Now activating defense mode.
We activated a resource unit in defense mode.
Over.
So back in high school, I don't know if I talked about this before or not, but I played hockey. Pretty sure I have. And each year, towards like New Year's and whatnot. Well, yeah, like around New Year's. My old high school coach likes to send an invite to like all of the
Language again.
This reads God box.
God, huh? What are these machines doing talking about gods?
So, like, the coaches, like to get everyone together, get all, like, the, or at least, send, like, an invite to, like, all the alums for, like a game, just, like, a pickup game. And, well, I would have gone this year had I not been sick. Although I do have I have a bit of a...
Pod, why did the machines attack Pascal's village? Aren't they all the same?
Unknown.
Well, aren't you helpful?
Proposal. Unit A2 should gather further data on the current state of machine life.
Hello, and thank you for choosing Separate System Services.
Huh?
We've got some very exciting news for everyone today. There's only one lock left to remove from the tower cell. And in order to regain it for your faithful patrons, whoever dismantles the final substance will earn a special prize. Good luck!
The hell was that?
Large structural unit of machine life form origin activated to the east.
A large what now? What the heck is going on around here?
Unknown.
Well, let's go check out this large structural unit.
Anyway, I always had a bit of a reputation of being, not the healthiest. Not that I'm, unhealthy or whatever, but that I'm, I've always had a bit of a weaker immune system. Like, I'm always... Like, I had a streak, actually, of, like, maybe 6 years in a row, where in, like, December, January, I would either get sick or injured. And that was smack dab in the middle of high school, into college. I hate these guys so much. Anyway, what was I saying? Ah, yes, me being constantly ill. So of course this year I had to, you know, continue the streak of being sick during that time period. I think it was just a flu. I don't think it was like COVID or anything. I hope it's not. Although I have noticed a slight change in taste. Although I think that's just me being sick and like still recovering from that versus the actual symptoms. But anyway, it got me, the invite got me thinking a little bit about just like my time playing. Not that I want to, you know, live in the past and be like, and just like, not, continue or, move on from that time, but I was just thinking that I was a weird player. Not necessarily in a bad way, but just in a... People might ask why I was captain of the team, and I can point to a bunch of different stats, none of them being points, or like, you know, anything offensive. I don't know. I don't really know what I'm saying right now, but like I only scored. I only excuse me. I only ended up scoring like 3 goals in my time in high school, or during my time in high school, and I'm pretty sure all 3 of them were during my final year as well. And 2 of them ended up being empty net goals. Where, if you don't know hockey, basically, if a team is losing in a close game towards the end of the game, a team may elect to pull their goalie. I think soccer has something similar. Has like a similar type, kind of strategy, where they take their goalie out and throw in another attacker to hopefully overwhelm the opposing team and just try to give themselves a better chance at scoring to hopefully tie the game up and potentially even overtake and win. Because you're already going to lose anyway. Like, if the other team scores another goal, so what? But if you can score goals, there's a risk reward there, but the trade-off, a lot of coaches think it's absolutely worth it. Anyway, so the first point actually that I scored was not a goal; it was actually an assist.
Alert. Excessive combat activity will put unacceptable strain on your body.
Shut up!
Negative. This support unit is assigned to Yorha Unit 9S. As such, being concerned for said unit's well-being is a requirement.
Whatever.
Yeah, my first point was in my second year, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was. And it was actually an assist where I 9S want to open up the... There we go. Where I was on a 2-on-1, or actually I think it was a 2-on-0 with my line mate, because... Oh yeah, another thing, I didn't really play a position necessarily. I was just always positioned wherever I was needed the most. So in my 3 years of playing high school, and in my, well, 10 years of playing in overall, I ended up playing defense, wing, and center. And actually, there was a season before high school where I ended up playing all 3 positions in a single season. So, when I said I was a weird type of player, that's, yeah, kind of what I'm talking about. But anyway, when I was on wing in my second year, I was on a 2-on-0 with my line mate, and what that means is basically there's two of us attacking, 0 defenders, so we were clear past the defense line, and it was just the 2 of us against the goalie. And I ended up shooting the puck from a pretty steep angle. Ow. And it hit the goaltender in the face, bounced off, hit my teammate in the chest, and ended up going into the net. So the first goal I ever scored was counted as an assist because I wasn't the last person on my team to touch the puck. And it was off the goalie's face. Actually, no, I don't think... No, it wasn't off of my teammate's chest. It was off of his... No, it was off his chest. I scored a couple more assists. Normal assists. But assists nonetheless. And then about halfway through my senior year, I had a golden opportunity to score my first goal. And it was late in the game. We were up, I believe it was 3-1. And I was still playing wing. I was still playing wing. And so the other team had pulled their goalie. Like I said, it was late in the game. There was maybe 2 minutes, maybe a minute and a half left in the game. Yeah, the other team pulled the goalie, and they were kind of what we call cycling the puck, where they try to keep it around they're passing around the perimeter, trying to get us out of position so that they can open up the middle of the ice, attack it, and try to crash, what's called crashing the net. Or just like, everyone just kind of dives, I'm gonna call it, inward and like attack the goalie. Try to overwhelm. And so it was, the puck was up near their defense. And I did my job of attacking. Like, put pressure on the defense, not get out of position, like stay in position, but just apply pressure and try to rush to limit the amount of time that they have and close the space and all that. Anyway. They were clearly not expecting me to rush as aggressively as I did, they being the defenseman I was attacking. And they completely mishandled the puck, went to go either try to pass or shoot. I don't even know if they knew what they were trying to do. and it ended up hitting me in the I think it hit me in like the leg, in like the shin. Bounced off, and at this point I already had all the momentum, so it just bounced off my leg. I ended up kicking it out of the zone. And my teammate that actually I had my first assist with, we were still paired together at this point. He and I were both charging at the puck, and the defenseman's partner was don't remember what it's called, if it's called hinging back or something. I forget exactly what it's called, but they were back as well, so it ended up being a 2-on-1. It was a fast break 2-on-1, and it was a mad scramble. Like, I could barely get control of it because, like, it was bouncing around. My teammate could barely get control of it because he was trying to... I don't even think he knew I was theirs. He was also trying to get the puck. The defenseman had no idea what was going on because he had two people converging in on him, and he didn't know what to do because all of us were going for this puck that like nobody seemingly could get. It was a mess. But anyway, I ended up getting the puck, and I was just barreling down towards the empty net, and I ended up getting past the defenseman. Like, my momentum and just natural speed allowed me to breeze past the defenseman, and I had a clear, shot at the net, and I ended up getting tripped. The defenseman took his stick and reached around my leg, reached around my ankle with the blade, and yanked to try to prevent me from scoring. That's obviously a penalty. You cannot do that. And on a breakaway, that would be a penalty shot. Like, you cannot trip an attacker who's on a breakaway. Like, that is just not something you can do. It was a smart penalty. Like, I'll give him that. It was absolutely a smart thing to try to do. Except for the fact that if you're on a breakaway and you end up getting tripped and it's an empty net, it's an automatic goal. So he ended up scoring the goal for me. Just by virtue of pulling my leg out from underneath me. But I wanted to make sure that, there was absolutely nothing, like there was, no, what's the word I'm looking for? No contest, I guess? So on my knees, I ended up just shoveling the puck into the net. And just the way that it happened, I ended up like rolling over and tumbling into the boards, and my teammates thought that I was celebrating, finally scoring my first goal, which yes, I was elated about.
Model 210. Operator? Oh no. So this operator model is...
Affirmative. Operator 210 volunteered to undergo Type B equipment transition during previous descent. Sent to front lines as Unit 21B. Recorded as missing in action.
It's a boss fight, so you know I'm gonna be quiet. That's typically how things go. I wish there was a chip that allowed you to do more hack damage. If there is, I don't know what it is.
Operator!
Attacking her seems to not work. So let's try hacking. One up. Thank you.
Coordinate data. Location specified. Please keep. Mission related. One. Affirmation. Supplies.
Ow! Right into the wall. I'm so glad we don't have to fight 6-0. I would die if we had to fight 6-0. Like, I would not get past that part because I would just allow her to win.
A2.
2B told me. She told me she wanted you to become a good person.
You... Don't you dare talk to me about 2B!
Talk about a clean transition.
Analysis. Your high unit 9S is still...
Contact initiated between Pod 042 and Pod 153. What is the matter, Pod 042? This protocol is not an interface intended for conversational use. Acknowledged. However, this pod has a confidential transmission for Pod 153. Understood. Begin transmission. An error has been detected in the transmission network between Pod 042 and Pod 153. Hypothesis. Said error is fragmented data caused by deterioration of the transmission environment. It may be so. However, it may also not be so. Message unclear. Clarification requested. After repeated information exchanges between multiple pods, an unexpected phenomenon has occurred. We pods have developed unusually protective feelings towards support targets 2B, A2, and 9S. Query. Could this be our will? Unknown. The definition of will is unclear. Will is the question of whether pods are capable of their own self-determination. Even if it were possible, such actions cannot be abided. Successful mission fulfillment is all that matters. Whatever the case, we tactical support units have to study or have a duty to see this world. Whatever the case, we tactical support units have a duty to see this through to the end. Duty. Heh. You sound like an android just there. Agreed. But just as androids are influenced by humans, so are we tied to our own creators. Perhaps. Pod 153. Do not die. The concept of death has no meaning to tactical support units. However, your expression of concern is appreciated. I also hope that you do not die, Pod 042. Yeah.
Physical check complete. Memory check complete. Maintenance mode complete. Yorha Unit 9S. Activate. Good morning, 9S.
Am I...
Analysis. The enemy structural unit collapsed during battle. Unit 9S suffered damage from the fall and was placed in emergency suspend mode. Fall location was deemed too dangerous, thus said unit was transported to current location. All system checks and reactivation complete.
Operator.
Operator Model 210 is deceased. Black box signal not found.
Oh. Situation report.
Tower access authentication key acquired. The required number of authentication keys have been acquired. The tower is now open for investigation.
Good.
Are we already at this point in the game? Also, I did not mean to kill 210 by sending her flying off the building. I didn't even know that was possible. Also, there are times that I'm quiet. Oh, there are times where I'm quiet because I genuinely have no idea what I want to talk about. And there are times where I'm quiet because like I genuinely think it's the best for the situation. We have 87% unit data. I'm gonna swing by... Is it 95% we need to hit? I'm gonna swing by 4S to see if he has anything for us. Or full of iron ore, okay. Yeah, I was gonna take the long way, but I realized that we're not in the forest. So I'm going to the chamber. Barely made it. I jumped way too early. I might have to go throughout the world and get all the and over the enemy data. Get the rest of the weapons. New enemy data, is it? Thank you. Oh, and there's no need to come swing by. Oh, and there's no need to come all the way here every time you find a new enemy. Just swing by when you collect a decent amount of data. 87% is a good amount. I think it's 95%. Alright, whatever. So, I think I'm gonna what am I trying to say? I think I'm gonna have to go throughout the world and find the rest of the weapons at some point. Because there are a lot of things that I'm missing that I have no idea when we pick them up, if it happens naturally, or if I just completely miss them out in the wild. I have been scouring, and I have... been trying to keep a lookout for as many chests as I can. But I might have missed a few. It's weirdly quiet down here. I don't trust that. There's one. If this is the moment where I think it is. There's two. Please, 9S, thank you.
Alert. Enemy caution level rising. Cause is most likely concern over Unit 9S gaining access to tower.
Out of my way!
Guys, I was trying to hack. You're kind of interrupting something.
Damn it! They won't stop coming!
Yeah, this is the moment. All right.
Alert. Allied signal detected.
Allies?
Devla Popola!
9S, we've been expecting you. The two of us will take things from here. You need to open the door to the tower.
And this is why the twins are my favorite.
Popola? What are you doing?
This moment right here is why the twins are my favorite.
What are you talking about?
Come on, 9S. Hack in while you can.
None of this makes any sense!
We'll explain everything once we're inside.
Song of the Ancients. Sorry, I just really want to pick up all this. There's just a way too much,
We've got
you know.
this, 9S. You just focus on hacking.
I know. I just want to collect I just want to collect the scraps. There's got to be some good stuff in here. Damn it. All right.
You need to hack the tower lock open.
That's what I'm trying to do, Devila. You guys seem to be handling yourselves just fine. I'm not worried. Ow. I might be... Okay, I was gonna say I might be bone, but no.
What's this barrier?
Analysis. It is part of a closed defensive system.
Well, how do I break it down?
Hypothesis. Unit 9S could permit its self-consciousness data to lose control. The resulting energy surge has an acceptable probability of temporarily paralyzing the barrier.
That's almost as bad as not going in at all!
What happened?
It's the barrier.
Popola!
No, don't! You can't do anything! The wall's got a self-closing
Enough!
algorithm!
Devil and I, we have to atone for our sins no matter what!
But if you do that, your circuits will...
Devil! Right.